What is up, Luis lovers? We've got a special treat for you here today. Obviously, I am not LSV. I am Kenji Numot the Nami Egashira, filling in for him as a specialty guest on his stream, on his YouTube, I guess we are. So, thanks for watching, hanging out. I am going to upload the reverse roll on my channel. You can check that out over at Numot the Nummy. But it is team myself, Rage, and Hank versus Sandy Dog, LSV, and Nam. So thanks for tuning in for this specialty video. It should be a fun one. Already had my coffee, so that's just right in line. I guess I should go get a cold LaCroix after this or something. Let's see. What is we got here? We got a 3v3 team vintage cube draft, as you do. We did not open any power. That's obviously the first thing you look for. What is a very Luis pick? What is a very LSV pick? First pick, like Talarian Academy. I don't see an Initiative or Monarch here. This is actually a really weak pack. I don't think Luis would necessarily take Academy, but I'm going to take the Academy. I don't have to draft like him because, well, I'm going to beat him, obviously, so why would I want to draft like him? But we're going to get some fun opposing perspectives here. Second pick, got a bunch of lands. Xander's Lounge and Fetch, the two best. Then we've got a Taiga and a Scrubland there. I'm going to take the Archon of Cruelty, I think. That is one of the most powerful creatures that you can get in the cube. It is an amazing reanimate target, or if you can get sneak attack through the breach type of deal. Very, very good. And then sometimes you just hardcast it, of course. Tree Speaker, affectionately known as the Green Soul Ring. We got an Imperial Seal here. So we will be playing, as this is a 3v3, every single one of the opponents, right? I will be playing Sandy, LSV, and Nam. Yeah, I don't think we're passing too much. Let's just take that Archon and laugh our way to the bank. Oh man, we're getting a third pick Grim Monolith now, which goes very nicely with both the Archon and the Talarian Academy I've already taken. I'm losing out on a Mox Diamond, another really, really good one. There's the Sneak Attack, actually. Dak Faden, also amazing. Wow, this pack is actually kind of nuts. So Sandy Dog usually forces mono red or mono white, splashing for power like Ancestral and stuff if he can get it. So that's probably a good thing that we're getting past two from him. That means we're going to see a lot of the more powerful cards that don't go into the aggro deck. Like this Monolith going third. Okay, we'll take it. We'll ham it up. Into Jace for the Reanimator, Underground Sea, Ponder, Talisman of Dominance. Currency Converter is a newer include that also has a lot of good synergy with reanimation effects. Troll of Khazad-dûm. All of the land cyclers from Lord of the Rings are fantastic. Just 1 mana and they can grab a non-basic. I think here you have to take the Underground Sea. 3v3 is a little bit of a wonky beast because you see fewer packs in total, right? In an 8-person draft, 24 packs are open. In a 6-person draft, 18 packs are open. But you see the packs that are opened more frequently because there are only going to be 5 picks before I see this one pack again. So, okay, and we are getting some good choices again. I can take the Shallow Grave or I can take the Emrakul, and either are very good. So I'm passing to Luis. I've already passed him a sneak attack. Excuse me, a sneak attack. So he is indeed living up to the luck, skill, victory part. Well, at least the very lucky part of the name. I want to take Emrakul and wheel Shallow Grave. Is that greedy? I'm going to take the Emrakul. It also has high upside if we somehow get the sneak attack back, which I don't think we will. But at the very least, if I take Emrakul here, then if Luis took the sneak attack, he can't get that. But I mean, I'm not going to wheel the Shallow Grave, right? That doesn't seem very likely. Oh, Fast Bond. Okay. That is another fantastic card. Really busted. So we want to get the... I think there was an Echo of Eons that can wheel. That's another really potential busted card. Metamorph would be pretty good. Copy the Archon. Good for Academy. Let's go for the broken strat of just taking the Fast Bond here. This is... what do we got? Monolith, Fast Bond, Archon, Emrakul, 2 lands. I'm going to say this. About 70 or 80% of the time when I take Tolarian Academy, it doesn't make my deck in these cubes. Just because this is not the best artifact-centric cube. But we'll see if maybe we can pull something together. There's a Blightsteel Colossus now. That's another good hit. I mean, in fact, we could just pick up like a channel, right? This is our wheeled pack. So this was a pack that there wasn't much in. I'm going to take the Colossus. Also, if we get a Tinker, Colossus is great. We have all of the payoff cards right now for any big strategy. We just need to get the ways to get those payoffs onto the battlefield. So Sneak Attack, Shallow Grave, if those wheel, are the nuts. Makeshift Mannequin is one that works too. That works with actually both Emrakul and Archon. Though I will say there is a Xander's Lounge here for that Grixis fixing, which would also be very good. I have a feeling the Xander's Lounge is probably not going to come back around. I'm just going to... Oh, sorry, the Echo is not going to come back around, but let's try to get it. I'm going to take the Lounge here. Oath of Druids. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That could be really fun with the start that we have. I lose out on a Talisman of Creativity and an Ulamog the Infinite. Okay, well, I mean, this is a really good Oath start, too. Boy, now do I take the Bayou? I think I take the Talisman still, because we have the Academy. Currency Convert is also super tempting. Actually, this makes treasures. No, let's take the Converter over the Bayou. Okay, Shallow Grave came back. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So Sneak Attack gone, Shallow Grave. But the thing is, I've taken all of the payoff cards. Titania can be interesting with some graveyard interactions. This is pretty darn good. I'm going to take the Witherbloom Command here. Biggest loss is probably that Bayou. Karmic Guide. I need some card draw real bad. Or tutors. I need to get the black tutors to dig up the Oath. It feels like. Fast Bond, Oath of Druids, and... Oh, that's a good pickup. And, like a way to play lands from the graveyard would also be really good. Whoa, look at that pack. Got ourselves the Tinker for the Blightsteel. I cannot overlook that. But this is an amazing pack. Once again, no power, but if you're looking at it, we've got a Sylvan Library would be great, Nissa, Night's Whisper, always good, Overgrown Tomb for some extra green-black fixing, Time Spiral, very good when you're doing like a combo-style deck, the Tinker that I'm going to take, Yawgmoth's Will for the fun. Yeah, we're going to take Tinker, we're going to look for at least one more good Tinker target, like Citadel or something. So now we're going to get past something by LSV. Very unlucky indeed. I passed him a Black Lotus in a draft not too long ago, as I took a first pick Soul Ring over it, but this is a good pack. There's a One Ring here, there's a Ragavan here. From the Catacombs is a pretty nice reanimate effect. Let's see, Noble Hierarch, which I guess is awkward with Oath. Some blue card selection. Feels like we're going to take the One Ring. This is actually not a bad Tinker target, right? Can really dig you deep, so... We'll take the ring. Ring-a-ling-ding-ding. Oh gosh, I'm not making enough puns if I'm getting guested on LSV's channel here. I gotta start making some more puns. Well, I like it, so I guess I'm gonna put a ring on it. Is that good? Did we get there? Nice pack. Citadel, like I was talking about for Tinker. Preordain for some card selection. Sundering Titan, another Tinker target if we wanted to. I mean, my deck is already a house, so could probably take the Citadel, but maybe I'm trying too hard here. Inquisition's also very, very good. Hand Disruption in this format is great. Kind of want to take the Preordain, but I'm guessing I should take the Inquisition instead. Sadly, not the right fetch, although I guess the Mesa does grab Xander's Lounge. But we're looking for green lands for the most part. I think I want the Preordain here. I think. No, I'm going to take the Inquisition. The hand disruption is too good. Another pretty good pack. Gitaxian Probe, free roll, Toxic Deluge for the creature decks is always, always, always really good. Little Factor Fiction for some card selection. Narset for some card selection. I guess Pentad Prism is actually a pretty high pickup for us when we have both Academy and especially Tinker. Maybe I should just take the Prism here and plan on wheeling something. Although, you know what? Pentad Prism wheels so frequently that I'm guessing I should probably just end up taking the Toxic here, as it's such a unique effect, and man, I'm always want to have Toxic. Okay, we could go with Courser Fastbond. That's not bad. It's just Courser would be bad with the Oath of Druids. Rofellos for like hard casting those isn't out of the question. I always want this Drifter to be good, but it always finds a way to drift over to the sideboard. All right, we'll course it up. Seems like the right course of action. Reading Pool here. It's a nice one. Badlands, Frantic Search. Eureka could actually be a thing in our deck for sure. That's going to end up wheeling though, so I got to take the Fixer here. Let's take the Breeding Pool. All right, what did we wheel? We wheeled Library, Tomb, Knight's Whisper. We just have to go with the Tomb over the Sylvan Library, right? As much as I hate it. More fixing, more better. Yeah. Okay, none of the card draw wheeled. I wanted the Time Spiral to wheel, but that was probably wishful thinking. I guess we're just going to Pulse. Seems right. Blood Crypt doesn't do much here, right? Yeah, okay. Again, just solid removal. All right, Citadel wheeled. Perfect. That's going to be the best of our Tinker hits, I would guess. Colossus is really hit or miss. There's a lot of ways to deal with the Colossus. I mean, obviously, like a turn 2 Colossus is going to win quite a few games, but the worst part about Colossus is that it's not a creature that you can cheat out with like Shallow Grave. Nice, Prism Wield is good. Because it never actually goes to the graveyard. It's a replacement effect, whereas with Emrakul, it's a trigger, so Emrakul does technically go to the graveyard for a split second. There's the Drifter again, not taking it. Dark Ritual we would probably play. Cabal Ritual, unlikely. I mean, I guess I can take sideboard Ape. Frantic is nice. God, I want to play the Eureka. I think we might have a really good Eureka deck, but I guess when I have Shallow Grave, the Frantic Search is probably too strong. Pestermite, Hoof, and a Yawgmoth's Will. I mean, we're not going to play the Yawgmoth's Will, but you never know. We do have Courser Fastbond, which is good. We have Citadel Fastbond, which is good. Otawara is a free blue land. And Opposition's a really good sideboard card. Okay. So let's go to pack 3. I think we have a great start to a pretty good combo deck. And oh, baby, baby, I'm opening a Mox Sapphire here. Bad news. Well, depicted on the art there is me after passing this card to Luis, but what can you do? At least it's not me like opening Lotus and Sapphire and him getting one of these. This is not power. He might not even be playing black. I mean, he might try to splash it if I pass it to him, but clearly this is Mox Sapphire. So again, from this direction, I expect to get a lot of goodies because, and this is just the way it goes, Sandy Dog is the big forcer of mono white / mono red. How good is my Tellurian Academy right now? I have Currency, Monolith, Prism, One Ring, and Sapphire. So, like I said, the Academy is very, very likely to just be cut here. Okay. Solid cards. Not insane, but solid. Obviously, Jace is great. This is such a weird mind control. 5 mana, you become the Monarch, you control enchanted creature. Rather, the Monarch controls enchanted creature, and then that creature can't attack. Rather, enchanted creature attacks each combat if able and can't attack you. So even when you lose this creature because your opponent steals the Monarch back, it still can't attack you. But then, of course, you've given them Monarch, so they get to keep drawing extra cards. I think we're going to have to just take the Flooded Strand here over Jace. It's just a little too good, right? It gets Breeding Pool, Xander's Lounge. It's a way to shuffle with Courser. Man, that sucks passing Jace. Chart of Course would be fine. Yeah, let's take the land. Time Twister! Yes! There's a draw 7. Wait, what do I even have to combo with the draw 7 anymore? I thought I had something. Oh, Fast Bond, that's what we have, right. Fast Bond with draw 7s is really good. Nice, alright. Take that. Griselbrand! Oh, Zagoth Triome. The perfect fetch or Griselbrand? Not the perfect fetch, the perfect Triome or Griselbrand. I'm going to take the Grizzle here. That gives us all of the payoffs we need. I'm not going to take the Battle Sphere anymore, even though it's insane with the Underground Sea. We're going to take the Black-Green Talisman over the Nurturing Peatland. I think both have a good chance of wheeling, but the Talisman is extra Tinker Fodder. And also makes our sea better. Few more artifacts is all we need. Primeval Titan. Oh, you know what? I guess Courser Oath of Druids is not good, is it? Yeah. Well, I mean, this is probably just an easy Boseiju, right? This land's also just fantastic, and it's a free roll in our deck. Lily of the Veil. That's Boseiju. Ashiok on the splash. I'm not taking Progenitus, even though that is okay with Oath. Ashiok or Impulse? I mean, Ashiok's just another really good win con. I might start it in the sideboard. A shocking pass, I know. Fertile Ground's not bad. Worldly Tutor for a fatty. Worldly Tutor's not crazy terrible. It's good with Oath, and I can put, like, Archon or Griselbrand on top for the Frantic Search Shallow Bloom, or Shallow Grave. But I guess I actually don't have that much discard, do I? So maybe I'm supposed to just take the Chart of Course here. Seems better. Artifact count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Emrakul's not an artifact. 8 with Sapphire. The Academy's close. Not playing Llanowar Elf since we're not playing, or rather since we are playing Oath. Rex Sage, Spike Feeder, Cryptic Command, probably too hard on the mana. My mana is good, but I don't know if it's triple blue good enough. I guess if I cut the Courser... you know what? Maybe I cut the Courser. Maybe we try to run the Cryptic. Technically, Factory is another artifact that I can sacrifice if I animate it. So I'm guessing Sandy Dog is going to be on mono white if we're seeing Hazoret and Shrine of Burning Rage go around this late. Lily of the Veil's good. I mean, I could sideboard Progenitus, right, for the Oath of Druids. I just don't think it's worthwhile. So that would be pretty perfect. We can just add 8 more lands to the deck and call it good. I mean, I probably run the Fertile Ground too, actually. Okay, that's our draft. I think we did an alright job. Could it be better? Probably, but I think this is good. If we can draw even just like slightly above average, our deck just does some crazy powerful things. So let's export this list and I'll bring it back, pause the recording and bring it back on MTGO, BRB. All right, we have imported the deck over to Magic Online. And now we go building. Do I want to run this academy? You know, upon looking at it, I don't actually think the academy is all that bad. Because look at the low artifacts I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. And then we have the currency converter, which actually makes extra treasure, right? Put a card exiled with it into your graveyard. It's a land. If it's a land, you make a treasure. I think that's good. Let's see, I would get 6 more lands. Is that enough mana sources? How many mana sources? I probably need to cut 1 more main deck card, I guess. I mean, maybe the Lily of the Veil's not quite good enough here. I don't have too much to protect her, and it's possible the double black is not correct. So if we go like that, how do we end up? I only have 4 creatures, right? Yeah, and they're all at the top end. That's perfect. So now I would get 7 lands. That would be 15 land plus Mox Sapphire. That's a little bit weird with Fast Bond, maybe, but I think it's all right. We have the Citadel for it. Again, I'm not going to run the Courser. I guess another question is, do we want to run the Ashiok for an extra win con of sorts? Yeah, this deck really needed like a Vampiric Tutor. Is what we needed, but I think this is good. Alright, so green, black. Let's see, straight up green, straight up blue, straight up blue. These are all duals or tri-land even. I guess this is just a dual in our deck, isn't it? Blue-black. Still a little bit questioning the Cryptic Command, but it's probably alright. I guess Cryptic Command with, if we get the Blightsteel Colossus is a nice little combo of sorts, because if you just tap all their creatures, you can one-shot them, right? I don't think I'm going to be adding 5 islands, but this is just for the initial check. And then basic forest. So what source do we need the least of? We actually need the least black, because we're not going to be hardcasting Grizzlebrand, or at least we're not planning to. Same thing with Archon and Citadel, right? We're planning on getting those out through cheaty methods. So let's take a peek here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources. Yeah, we can probably shave down to 7 black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue sources. We can definitely shave one of those. Minimum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources. We can shave one of those. So now I just need to make 1 more land cut. I mean, I do have the green-black talisman as well, and the Pentad Prism for extra overlap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah, we can just cut another island, no problem. Absolutely no problem. This looks like a good one. I have not drafted an Oath deck in this format yet. So I'm excited to see how this plays out, and we have some other good combos, of course. Yeah, let's submit this and go to round 1 here of this swapped channel draft. I'm taking over Luis's channel, and let's see, hopefully we can defeat him on his own channel. That would be the cherry on top. Alright, here we go. First round, we play this versus Luis himself. We have correctly won the die roll because I'm great. And that's going to be a turn 2 Tinker, so I cannot ship that hand. Damn, if we had a black source for turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Tinker, that'd be so sick. We're gonna just lead on Forest Pass. I don't want to run out the Mox and get it blown up. So now the decision is, do we Tinker for Colossus and just go for that quick kill, or do we go for Citadel? I'm gonna go for Colossus most likely here initially. Oh god, is he thinking about doing something? Oh, turn 1 Mana Vault. That is actually kind of bad. I hope I draw a swamp here. Okay. You know what? Now I think we might actually want to... This is tough. I could just go Tinker, or I could go Witherbloom Command, blow up the vault. I think that's going to be safer. Let's do that. And then next turn, I can go Inquisition to lead and decide what I want to Tinker for. Oh no. This card's Triome. Monastery Mentor. Okay, that's fine. So lead on Inquisition. Revoker, Ponder, and from the Catacombs. Yeah, let's just take the Ponder. And get Blightsteel Colossus. A blight upon our friend over there, GL. So, he's gonna have to double block. Oh my god, that's so close to lethal. That was the combo I was talking about. Right, sorry, not double block, but block with strictly the Mentor. He can't block with the Revoker because it only has 1 toughness. Nice! Look at that! I beat up Luis on his own channel. Maybe I inherited his luck. I think that's how it works. I think I inherited his luck by getting featured on his channel. All right. Let's take a screenshot there for our teammates. Remember, this is a team draft, so no sharing information during the drafting portion, but after the draft is done, of course, you do get that luxury. We don't have much of a sideboard. I could just bring in Kogla, but I think we just run it back as is. I don't think I want the Ashiok. So, let's say luck versus skill, and I'll take the victory. That is not a lucky hand. We're going to have to mulligan that one. That is a very awkward 1-land fast spawn. I do have the Shallow Grave plus Grizzle, but ship that one down to 6. Okay, that's a decent looking 6er. We pitch the Charta course here, and we can just start hopefully currency converting on turn 2. The only awkward thing is if he has the Revoker again on turn 2. Dothy. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So now I'm not gonna play out the untap land and use currency. I'm just gonna go for Toxic next turn. I'm hoping he's playing another creature here, just like anything random. Yeah, I mean, that's not great, but that's fine. I take 6. He reveals Island. Luis on some jank over there. Island's gone forever. Ponder. Sure. I bet he's pondering his choices of letting me onto his channel. Was that too easy? Was that not even good? That was probably not even good. Alright, plays another island. We saw white from him last game too, remember? We saw the Monastery Mentor. No! My brains! That's fine. So if he doesn't take the pulse, we can just pulse the maggot. Okay, he went with the Time Twister. Boseiju. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the ring here. No reason to draw a card immediately, right? We could hit Sapphire, but that doesn't do anything anyways. Hull Breacher? Wait, is Hull Breacher even that good here? I guess he gets 1 treasure. Fair enough. Oh. Now that's interesting, but I guess I just have to pulse the Breacher, or at least attempt to. Yeah, and then we can draw. Did not hit a land there. Shoot. That's actually really bad. Yeah, reanimate the Breach. So I'm going to take 1 from the Maggot. He gets to do the... He gets to do the Undercity garbage. I'm going to take 2 from the One Ring now. So I'm going to have to go Pentad Prism Oath. Pass. I'm at 1 on... Oh, no, I just died a Forge, don't I? I died the One Ring in the Forge. Wait, no, we can order the triggers. We need to hit Archon. We can hit Archon of Cruelty and not die. Mind Twist for 1? Okay. Am I dead? Oh, I can make a 2/2 now! Oh, I think he messed up a little bit. Unless he can kill me right now, otherwise. He can flash back the Laelia, but that doesn't kill me. Because I can make a 2/2, right? Oh, wait. He gets to travel along... Right, he gets to travel along whatever it's called again. Alright, well, we get more information. Right, that thing gets to initiative again, and then... Okay, so I don't think it had any outs. I had to... What I had to do is go Pentad Prism Pass to hold open Cryptic. But I would have been too low still. We would have drawn Tinker, though. Interesting. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So he's got a lot of good elements to kind of ruin my plan, but I think our deck generally is going to be stronger, or at least what it's trying to do is stronger. So game 3 versus the master himself. Infinite mana. Oh, God. We're just missing 1 payoff card. Man, this hand is so sick. Oh, jeez. I can't keep this. Lucky but unlucky. Alright, that's better. Yeah, let's pitch the Prism here. And go turn 2 Monolith. Maybe we can just rip the Emrakul for Chardacor's Shallow Grave too. That would be pretty sick. I'm hoping he... Uh-oh. Don't do it. Oh, crap. Yeah. You take Monolith here if you're him, or you just take the Time Twister? I guess you could take one of my combo pieces. We could get extremely wrecked if he just has another fast, like, Mesmeric Fiend into Mind Twist hand. Like I said, we're doing stronger things, more powerful things, but he might have the disruption to ruin my life. Conversely, if he wins, that video is going to be up on my channel. Alright, he took the Charta course. Which I can't imagine is a good sign. Please don't Mind Twist me here. Okay, that's not a Mind Twist. Revoke Monolith. You know what? I'm going to float in response. He doesn't have to name it anymore, but I want to cycle the Xander's Lounge. So this looks awkward, but I think it's right. Okay, if we draw a green source, we're actually okay again, I think. Oh no. We have the Emrakul for the shallow grave, but... crap. Oh, no, 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 no. Every turn we fall behind. Gets to fiend my hand and... oh, no! You know what would have been funny? If I had kept my initial hand, it was actually resilient to Mesmeric Fiend. We would have went turn 1 land, Sapphire, Monolith. Oh no! Am I seriously gonna draw all of my payoff cards here? This is so sick. I guess the real LSV has all of the luck still. I don't really have a choice here. We have to fire it off. Okay. Well, funny thing is, Maelstrom Pulse kills both of the Mesmeric Fiends. Just Fat Mind Twist for 5, yeah. Alright. Well, you win some, you lose some. Let's see. Draw a card, then discard a card. Alright. I guess we do black here. Oh, brutal. Not gonna lie, kind of upset we're losing to this. But hand disruption too strong. Mesmeric Fiend, Mind Twist. Ugh. Oh, am I dead? Make a 2/2 and then just kill me? Yeah, I must be dead. Oh, God. Oh, the feel-bads. No! The worst words to see in Magic. LSV wins the match. Well, you got me this time. I'm watching you. Alright, 0-1. We'll go to the next round. Alrighty, here we are for round number 2 of this Team 3v3 Cube Draft. We're on the draw versus Enamorsquats, who is on a red aggro deck of sorts. So if we can find a green source... ooh, that's a nice hit. If we can find a green source for this Oath of Druids, we should be pretty good. Plus, we actually have Frantic Search Shallow... uh-oh. Okay, green source for a Maelstrom Pulse on that would be good. We did it. Holy crap, we did it. Unless he has a random counter. We discard Swamp, Emrakul. Untap 2 lands. Shallow Grave with the trigger on the stack. Make him sack all of the permanents. If this resolves, this is sack your board, take 15. Hell yeah. Let's go! A little bit of luck skill victory there for sure. Whew. Alright, you know what? It feels freaking great. And now we get to Oath of Druids. Nice 1-drop. Shock yourself. Talisman. Surveil, okay. Leaves it on top. Chain Lightning Face, that turns on the Delirium. But I would like to use the ability here, please. Grizzlebrand, not shabby. I guess safest play is just to now kill the Talisman. Nice, let's go! Turn 2 Lotus Goldspan Dragon. Not in my world. This deck is absolutely busted powerhouse. God, Luis, why did you have to beat me? Mind Twist is a hell of a card, though. We do so many broken things. I love this deck. Sideboard, I don't think it's really existent. Lily is, like, okay. I guess I probably bring in Lily over Cryptic. Can snipe off a bunch of small creatures or make sack of a big creature. We probably need to aggressively mulligan for an explosive hand, though. Like, let's see. Turn 3. That's a turn 4 hardcast Grizzlebrand, but I don't think that's good enough to keep. This is also not great, but it does have Tinker. So let's just pitch the Academy here. And hope that we can draw something fast or something good. Any of our early plays, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Not as good as Sapphire, but very damn good. So now we can actually just go with the Forest instead. Go black-green, Prism. Rabble Master, okay. I guess I'm probably supposed to Tinker Blightsteel here. Yeah, I mean, that's really our only choice. Tap land pass. I think he just miracled Bonfire of the Damned, which is hilarious. Okay, that's a lot of blockers. So the goblins are forced to attack. Yeah, there goes Bonfire. Oh, he has Deceiver Exarch too, so he probably has the twin combo somewhere. So we just eat the Lavamancer here. So there's a nice thing about this. We're probably going to win next turn because, in his eyes, the correct play is going to be to just block with Pyromancer, and then I'm going to Otawara it and trample over for lethal. Boom, baby. Let's frickin' go. All right, that is how our deck is supposed to go. Our deck is insane, and we will take some insane draws. We are now 1-1. If we can pull off a 2-1 in a team event, that is perfect. Let's go. All right, and here we are for the third round versus Sandy Dog MTG, who's on effectively mono white. We've won the die roll. Oh, and I have no black mana. God, I hate seeing a hand with Mox Sapphire that you have to mulligan away. One black source in our hand is amazing versus him. But that's obviously going to be a shipper. So let's go down to 6. And that looks like a pretty decent 6. I guess we're pitching the Monolith here. I feel like the Talisman is probably better. Actually, what am I talking about? Fast Bond is the discard. Okay, well. Derp, don't be silly like me. And I think I do like playing the Currency Converter on turn 1. Sandy knows. So our team is currently up slightly. But if my teammate loses in the other match, then it will be coming down to a 4-4 tie. So, whenever you discard a card. Turn 1 Monkey! Alright, we have the turn 1 Witherbloom command, though, so that is what we are going to be firing off here, shocking ourselves. Let's see. And then I'm going to mill myself 3. And we bricked. Okay, but that's not bad. We didn't want to draw those. Because I don't even have a blue source for the Tinker anyways. Student of Warfare. No second land. Flooded Strand for us is awesome. Let's go Inquisition, take a peek. Solitude I don't really care about, but Thalia I think is an issue. We're going to go land pass and probably just start activating our currency converter. So if I discard, or if I exile a non-land, I make a 2-2. That's pretty good. Alright, he's just going to go with the Thraben for extra board presence. So we'll take 1 damage here. Go ahead and grab our Underground Sea and do some looting. If we discard a land, we get a treasure, but I guess we're just discarding Talisman. Time Twister, wow. I guess I just go land, Monolith, pass. We don't really want to Time Twister him yet, because we know his hand's pretty bad overall. So we have some time to wait. Alright. He might just Solitude the 2-2. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, his hand was terrible anyways, and we had an active stuff going on, so... Feels good. Alright, so... Basically mono white. A bunch of 1 toughness creatures which Liliana can kill is probably worth bringing in. I think I'm going to take out Cryptic and maybe just bring in Kogla as another top-end card. And Courser, honestly, is not going to be bad here either. I guess I don't need this many top-end cards, but... Yeah, it's probably just cutting Citadel now. Like, even if we have the Blightsteel in hand, we can still tinker for the 1 ring, which is still super nice. Okay, if I win here, our team will have 1 overall. Gosh, why did I have to lose to Luis? On his own channel! He crushed us, though. The discard was brutal. And remember, the opposite video, his side of things, will be posted on my channel. That's a turn 2 Witherbloom command. I mean... Turn 2 Witherbloom, turn 3 Maelstrom Pulse. We can do so much better. I'm going to ship that. Alright, that is a toxic, so we're going to keep this hand. Let's pitch the Otawara here. Because if we draw Shallow Grave, we can also Shallow Grave the Grizz. So, turn 1 Breeding Pool, turn 2 Flooded Strand. Okay, never mind. Turn 1 Xander's Lounge, turn 2 Flooded Strand for Underground Sea. Play Talisman. Okay, that's fine. We have Toxic in hand. This is like the best card we can have versus them. I don't think Boseiju is like amazing, but I guess it's not awful. We're probably going to need to just fire off Toxic next turn, assuming Sandy plays any extra creature here. Yeah, okay. So we're going to lead on Frantic and then go for Toxic on 3. He had a sword and a lion sash. I wonder if I can get greedy and wait. No, because then he could instant speed. No, actually, that's fine, right? Yeah, this is kind of an interesting turn, but I think we're gonna lead on the frantic and see what happens. Hey, Tinker! Okay. So, we can go discard pool, Grizzlebrand. Blue, black. Pentad for 2. Blue, blue, 1. Tinker. All right, and he has to have Solitude, basically. Yeah, it's effectively Solitude or bust here, I think. We don't have a way to instant speed... Oh, actually, if he plays Lion Sash and activates the ability on Grizzlebrand and blocks Colossus that way, then we can both Seiju the Lion Sash. Captain of Eos. Okay, that's fine. It does not grab Solitude. Grabs Monkey. I suppose it's probably just better to Toxic for 3. So we don't have the win here, because remember, the Blightsteel Colossus is also going to get -3, so it's only 8. Funny thing is, excuse me, I actually have to run out the Boseiju here, because if we draw another green source next turn, we can Kogla. I don't think there's anything that he can steal with my sorry, I don't think there's anything that Ragavan can steal from my library. I could be wrong, though, because he would have to Blitz. Alright, and that's that. So we'll take the match, and we win 2-1. So, GG's. Hey, that was fun. Pretty fantastic deck. The only person we lost to is, again, the person that... I'm on their channel right now. But in any case, thanks for tuning in. That should be fun. That should be a fun one. If you want to check Luis's, LSV's side of things, you can check my YouTube channel for that video. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back next time. And until next time, bye-bye.